Welcome to Radiant Aging, where growing older means growing stronger, healthier, and happier every day. Have you ever laid in bed at night, staring at the ceiling, just hoping for a peaceful night's sleep? Maybe your legs won't settle, or your thoughts start racing the moment the lights go out. And no matter how tired you are, it's like your body forgot how to rest. You wake up more exhausted than when you went to bed. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Sleep changes with age. It gets lighter, shorter, and sometimes more frustrating than ever. But what if I told you there's a simple drink, something you can start tonight, that not only helps you sleep better, but might even add years to your life? Yes, really, just one small nightly habit could change how you sleep, how you feel during the day, and how long and well you live. And no, I'm not talking about something expensive or exotic. You don't need a fancy supplement or a doctor's prescription. The answer might already be in your kitchen. You see, after 60, our bodies don't respond the same way they used to. Things that were once easy, like falling asleep or bouncing back after a stressful day, start to feel harder. Our metabolism slows down, inflammation tends to rise, and our immune system isn't as quick as it used to be. That's why it becomes even more important to support the body with little daily habits that gently guide it back into balance. And the best part? These small changes often have big results. Now, when I say that drinking something before bed can help you live longer, I don't mean it in some magical, overnight miracle way. I mean that science is showing us just how powerful certain nighttime drinks can be, especially when they're packed with antioxidants, calming nutrients, and natural anti-inflammatory compounds. They don't just help you sleep, they help your body heal while you sleep. That's where the real magic happens. Let's start with something simple, yet incredibly powerful: warm tart cherry juice. Not only is it delicious, especially in the evening when you want something soothing, it's also packed with natural melatonin. That's the hormone your body makes to tell you it's time to rest. But as we age, our bodies don't produce as much melatonin naturally. That's one of the big reasons sleep starts to slip away. Now, tart cherry juice isn't like taking a sleeping pill. It won't knock you out, but that's actually a good thing. It gently encourages your body to return to its natural sleep rhythm, without the grogginess, without the dependency, and without the risks. In fact, studies have shown that drinking tart cherry juice regularly before bed can increase sleep time by up to 90 minutes a night. Think about that. An extra hour and a half of restorative rest every single night. And it's not just about sleep. Tart cherries are rich in something called anthocyanins, which help fight inflammation in the body. If you're dealing with stiff joints, sore muscles, or even high blood pressure, these little red gems are working quietly in the background to calm things down and protect your heart. That means you're not just sleeping better. You're supporting your entire system in a way that may actually slow aging. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, well, I'm already drinking herbal tea at night. Isn't that enough? And yes, calming teas like chamomile or lemon balm are wonderful. If they're helping you unwind, by all means, keep enjoying them. But the reason tart cherry juice stands out is because of that unique combination of melatonin and antioxidants. It helps you fall asleep and stay asleep, while also doing the deep, invisible work of protecting your brain and heart. And don't worry, you don't need to drink a whole glass. Just a small amount, about 4 to 6 ounces, around 30 minutes before bed, is enough to see a benefit. You can drink it warm, like a soothing evening treat, or cold if you prefer. Some people like to mix it with a little warm water and a pinch of cinnamon for extra relaxation and blood sugar balance. It's a simple ritual that signals to your body it's time to slow down, to rest, to heal. The beauty of this habit isn't just in the science. It's in the feeling you get when you start waking up with a little more energy, when your mind feels clearer, your mood is lighter, and your body feels just a bit more at ease. Those are the real signs that your health is moving in the right direction, that you're not just adding years to your life, but life to your years. Of course, no drink, no matter how healthy, can fix everything. But when you combine this simple nightly ritual with a few other gentle habits, It becomes part of a much bigger picture, one that leads to better sleep, a stronger body, a calmer mind, and yes, maybe even 5 extra years of good, vibrant life. Let me know when you're ready for part 2, and we'll continue right from here, exploring more ways this bedtime drink works with your body and how to make it part of a truly rejuvenating nighttime routine. Now, as we ease into the evening hours, there's something truly comforting about having a little nightly ritual. And when that ritual not only helps you sleep, but supports your brain, your heart, and your long-term health, it becomes so much more than just a habit. It becomes a gift you give to yourself every night. Let's talk more about why this simple drink, something as unassuming as tart cherry juice, can do such big things inside your body. You already know it contains melatonin, which helps regulate your sleep-wake cycle. But there's another piece of the puzzle that's just as important: inflammation. Inflammation is one of the silent troublemakers that comes with aging. You might not see it or feel it all the time, but it's often working in the background, quietly wearing down your joints, your memory, your heart, and even your mood. Chronic inflammation has been linked to everything from arthritis and diabetes to heart disease and cognitive decline. That's where tart cherries really shine. They're loaded with natural compounds that work like little firefighters, calming inflammation before it has a chance to cause damage. One of the most powerful of these compounds is quercetin, which helps reduce oxidative stress in your body. That's a fancy way of saying it protects your cells from wearing out too soon. Think of your cells like little engines. Over time, they get rusty from all the wear and tear. But when you give them the right nutrients, like the ones in tart cherries, you're essentially giving them oil and maintenance. You're helping them run smoothly for longer. That's how we start to shift from just aging to aging well. Now here's something else that might surprise you. This simple drink can also help support brain health. One study found that older adults who drank tart cherry juice every day showed improvements in memory and cognitive performance. That's because the antioxidants in cherries don't just float around aimlessly. They actually cross the blood-brain barrier and start protecting your brain cells from damage. And here's the beautiful thing. All of this is happening quietly while you're sleeping. While you rest, your brain is clearing out waste, your heart rate slows down, your immune system resets, and your body repairs itself. That's why good sleep isn't just about feeling rested. It's about healing, rebuilding, and extending the life of every organ you have. But let's not stop at the science. Let's talk about what this really feels like in everyday life. Imagine waking up and realizing your joints aren't quite as stiff. You stretch, and it actually feels good. You walk to the kitchen, and your balance feels steady. Your head feels clear. You're not dragging yourself through the day. You're starting it with a little spark. That's the kind of change that doesn't just happen all at once. It sneaks in gently, day by day, like spring arriving after a long winter. And it all starts with one small act of care, something you drink before bed that tells your body, you're safe. You can rest now. I've got you. If you're someone who struggles with blood sugar, you might be wondering, can I really drink fruit juice at night? It's a good question and an important one. The key here is to choose unsweetened tart cherry juice, the kind without added sugar, and keep the portion small, just 4 to 6 ounces. For many people, the natural sugars in this amount are low enough not to cause spikes, especially if you're drinking it with a bit of protein or healthy fat in your dinner. And if you're someone who prefers something warm before bed, you can even mix your tart cherry juice with a little warm water and a slice of fresh ginger. That adds another level of anti-inflammatory goodness, and it's so soothing after a long day. This isn't about chasing the fountain of youth. It's about honoring the life you've already lived and choosing to take care of your body in a way that gives you more time, more clarity, and more life in the years ahead. It's about recognizing that you're worth the effort, even if the step is small. And maybe even more than the drink itself, it's the ritual that matters. The act of slowing down at night, lighting a candle, putting on some calming music, and sitting down with your cherry juice. It tells your mind that the day is done. It tells your heart that it can stop racing. It tells your body that it can finally shift into healing mode. This kind of consistency, this kind of gentle routine, is one of the best things you can do for your longevity. It builds a foundation night after night for better health, deeper rest, and a longer, richer life. We spend so much time worrying about what we can't control. But this is something you can do, and it's simple, it's soothing, and it works. Now, let's take this one step further. You've got the tart cherry juice ready. Your evening is winding down, and you're feeling more in control of your health. But you might be wondering, is it really enough? Can one little glass before bed make that much of a difference in how I age? And the answer is yes, but not just because of what's in the glass. It's because of what it represents. It's the beginning of a new rhythm in your life. A small habit that sets the tone for something bigger. Consistency, calmness, care. And those three things, they are some of the most powerful medicines we have. But let's not forget something else important, hydration. As we age, our sense of thirst tends to fade. Many older adults are mildly dehydrated and don't even know it. That can lead to fatigue, dizziness, muscle cramps, and even confusion. And when your body isn't properly hydrated, nothing works quite right. Not your digestion, not your sleep, not your memory. That's why this evening drink can be doubly helpful. Not only are you getting the nutrients from the tart cherries, but you're also hydrating your body right before it begins its nightly repair process. Think of it like watering a plant just before sunset. You're giving your system the moisture it needs to restore itself. Now, you might be wondering, what if I wake up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom? That's a valid concern. Nobody wants their sleep interrupted. But here's a simple trick. Try drinking your tart cherry juice about 60 to 90 minutes before bed instead of right before you lay down. That gives your body time to absorb the nutrients and fluids without the urgency later. And if you're still worried, another option is to mix your cherry juice into a small smoothie with ingredients like almond milk, flaxseed, or even a tiny scoop of protein powder. That slows digestion a bit, balances blood sugar, and helps everything settle more gently. The key here is to listen to your body. Everyone's routine is a little different, and what works best for one person may need a little tweaking for another, but the idea remains the same. You're creating a moment in your day where health and rest take center stage. And I want to take a second to remind you, this isn't about being perfect. You don't have to drink cherry juice every single night. You don't need to overhaul your entire diet or adopt 10 new habits all at once. Longevity comes from the little things done consistently, not from chasing perfection. You're already doing something good just by being here, listening, learning, and choosing to care. It's also worth mentioning that there's something deeply emotional about this evening practice. Many people, especially later in life, experience feelings of loneliness or disconnection. The world moves fast, families grow up, and routines change. But when you give yourself this kind of care, you're reminding yourself that you still matter. Your comfort, your rest, your well-being, they're not afterthoughts. They're essential. You're never too old to feel nurtured. And that nurturing doesn't have to come from anyone else. It can come from you, from that simple act of pouring a glass, sitting in your favorite chair, and giving yourself a few quiet minutes before bed. That's the kind of medicine you can't find in a bottle. And the truth is, when you sleep better, everything else gets easier. You think more clearly. Your mood improves. You have more patience. Your immune system gets stronger. Even your risk of heart disease and diabetes goes down, all from something as gentle and natural as supporting your body's own rhythms. So yes, that one drink can absolutely add years to your life, not just by what it gives you physically, but because of the way it shifts your mindset. It turns the end of your day into a time of restoration instead of restlessness. It tells your body it's safe, that it's loved, that it can let go. And that feeling, that peaceful, intentional care, it has a ripple effect. You might find yourself waking up a little earlier, feeling a little more refreshed. Maybe you'll start going for morning walks again, calling an old friend, or finally tackling that closet you've been meaning to clean out. Those little sparks of energy and clarity, they come from sleep, from healing, from the power of rest. If you've been feeling like your body is slowing down or like the best years are behind you, I want you to know something. There's still so much life ahead of you. And taking care of yourself, especially in these quiet, simple ways, isn't selfish. It's necessary. It's powerful. And it's something you absolutely deserve. You've carried others your whole life. You've worked hard, loved deeply, and given generously. Now it's your turn to be taken care of. And what better person to start that with than you? So tonight, when the house gets quiet and the sky darkens, give yourself that small gift. Fill your glass, take a deep breath, and know that every sip is doing something good for your heart, your mind, and your future. Now, as we settle into final thoughts, I want you to take a moment right now to reflect on just how far you've come, not just in health, but in life. You've lived through changes, challenges, losses, and victories. You've adapted, grown, and maybe even surprised yourself a few times along the way. That kind of strength, it's not just impressive, it's inspiring. And the beauty of it all is this: you still have the power to influence how the next chapter unfolds. You're not stuck. You're not too late. You're not finished. These small, intentional acts, like drinking a nourishing anti-inflammatory beverage before bed, are simply tools, gentle nudges that tell your body, we're still in this together. What matters most is the intention behind it. You're choosing to invest in yourself. You're choosing to believe that life after 60, 70, even 80 can still be full of energy, clarity, joy, and purpose. So if you've been feeling tired lately, not just physically, but emotionally, I want you to know something. It's okay. Fatigue can come from carrying more than just your years. It can come from old regrets, loneliness, stress, or simply the weight of all the things you've had to be strong for. But here's the good news. Healing doesn't always have to come in grand gestures. Sometimes it starts with a sip, a breath, a new bedtime ritual. This isn't about pretending to be young again. It's about honoring where you are and giving your body what it needs now. You've earned that respect. And your body, it's listening. Even now, it's repairing, restoring, renewing. All it needs is a little help from you. That's why something as simple as drinking a natural, sleep-supporting beverage, like tart cherry juice, can be such a powerful act of self-love. It helps regulate melatonin. It soothes inflammation. It hydrates you. But most of all, it tells your nervous system to relax, that you're safe. And when your body feels safe, it thrives. There's something else I want to say, too. If you try this and it works for you, share it. Tell your neighbor, your best friend, your grandkids. Not just about the juice, but about the power of slowing down and choosing health. You never know who might need that reminder. And in doing so, you're not just helping yourself live longer, you're helping others live better. Maybe you'll even turn it into a little evening tradition. Light a candle, put on some music, sit on the porch. Take that moment for you. No screens, no noise, no pressure. Just peace. Because really, isn't that what we all want more of as we get older? Not more stuff, not more chaos. Just more peace. More moments that feel real. More time that's slow and meaningful. And if a glass of cherry juice can help open the door to that kind of life, why not give it a try? You deserve to sleep well. You deserve to wake up feeling refreshed. And you absolutely deserve to add years to your life. Not just any years, but good years. Years where your joints don't ache as much, your mind feels sharper, and your spirit feels lighter. So tonight, as you get ready for bed, remember this conversation. Let it be a gentle whisper in your ear. You are worth taking care of. Say it out loud if you need to. Write it on a sticky note. Tattoo it in your heart. And if this video helped you, if it made you feel a little more hopeful, a little more inspired, I'd love to hear from you. Tell me in the comments, will you try this drink tonight? Or do you have another nighttime ritual that helps you sleep better? Let's share and support each other. Because aging well isn't something we do alone. It's something we do together. And if you haven't already, go ahead and click that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like more tips like this one. Gentle, natural ways to support your health, your happiness, and your freedom in these golden years. This is your time. Your beautiful, vibrant, well-deserved time. And every little habit you create now is a gift. Not just for you, but for everyone who loves you. So here's to that one simple drink. Here's to better sleep, stronger mornings, and many, many more good years ahead. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video. Sleep well tonight. You've earned it.